I think it's very important that you watch the last 2 daily videos because I'm ahead in the footage. I'm cutting in, hello sweetheart, a month ahead. So this footage you wouldn't normally be seeing till the first week of April. But I've had to make videos to just acknowledge or talk about the content that is coming up and how I'm acting in some of the videos, because it will potentially give a false impression of how I'm really feeling. So if you watch the footage from the 9th and 10th of March before you watch this will make more sense. I was only meant to film one video, but if you know me by now, I do get into little rants or go off on, get distracted and go somewhere else and then come back to it. I'm currently drinking this and I've got a coffee. It's 25 to 3. I was probably going out at 2:10. I've not eaten anything other than I just ate one of these in the last video. I'm feeling dizzy and nauseous, but I'm going to go and get my lunch whilst I'm out, so that's why I'm not stuffing my face. But I just wanted to say, like, don't judge how I'm acting on how I'm feeling. I am very good at pretending everything's okay, and that's what I was saying in one of the videos, that I've pretended I'm okay for so long that everything's starting to hit me about what's happened, because I've put a lot of it to the back of my head or ignored it or kind of pretended it didn't happen to me or it doesn't matter or it doesn't affect me. It's all been hitting me recently. Not all of it, some of it, some of the more recent stuff has. It's been hitting me and I don't know how to deal with it. I don't feel equipped to deal with it. I've been ignoring it. I've been going along feeling kind of down but not acknowledging what's making me feel down. So, you know, and I've been warned not to do what I was doing. I was warned that I need to tackle it head on and talk about it and deal with it, and I haven't dealt with it. I haven't talked about it. I haven't acknowledged it. I haven't done any of the things that you're supposed to do when bad things happen. It's so easy for me to put my head in the sand and pretend everything's okay, and it isn't. And there's days when I'm really down, but I don't acknowledge why, even to myself. I don't think it's because of such and such. Sometimes it'll be on my mind what it is, but I'll just blank it out. I'll pretend it's not that. I'll pretend I'm okay. I'll pretend everything's fine. And I've always done that, and I've been brought up to be, if something bad happens, carry on. Don't talk about it. And that's all I've ever had, so that's what I do. I am learning, slowly as it may be, you can't block these things out. These things have happened. Very well, you can carry on and you can pretend this didn't happen, but it's going to hit you at some point. These things are hitting me. They're hitting me hard. I don't know how to deal with how I'm feeling. I honestly don't, and I don't want to go down the route of how I was acting a year ago. I know a year ago there was Melissa making my life really difficult. There was Mark, who was... See, I don't know what Mark was actually doing, because in a way I felt like he was trying to help me, but at the same time, he's the police. Do the police really help you? Because he's made my life very difficult with 101 and when officers attend, because he's basically made out that I'm someone I'm not. Even though he should know me better, because he would ring me a lot, like he would, and I would get comments off DCs and stuff like, why is he ringing you? Well, maybe because he wants to, I don't know. So I don't know if he was a good bad guy or a bad guy, I don't really know. I just know that he got me all wrong. He might have realised he got me all wrong, I don't know. I still don't think he really knows the real me. Who knows the real me? Because I adapt my personality to suit the situation. But I think Mark got to know a lot more of me from talking to me. But I'm a difficult person to get to know at times, because I don't know how to be around people, because I'm so scared that something bad's going to happen that I kind of don't lower my guard around people, because so much has happened. I just think it's better just to be, I don't know, like, but I think he got to know me. And then there was Paul, who... What can I say about Paul without giving much away? I don't know, maybe Paul would like to answer that question. But he's very pushy and he got a lot out of me, but also created another situation. But maybe Paul would like to discuss that with the world. I am not going into that one. And then there's other little characters that have come in and out, but they're not in my life now, so I don't feel as stressed. But they were like saying I wanted my own personal police officer. That's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. It's not my fault Melissa hounded me. Melissa would turn up to my house, Melissa would ring me. Half the time I hadn't even contacted her. Even Paul admitted that to my dad, and he said it would appear it wasn't all Melanie. But now that's obviously been covered up, because obviously she's a police officer, they cover up for each other. They all piss in the same pot, as my dad said, which highly amused me because I just had an image of them all standing around a pot. But yeah, so because they're not hounding me, I'm not likely to go off and do the things I was doing last year. But I don't know how to deal with what's in here and the things are hitting me hard at the moment. And I come on here and I do my videos because at the moment I'm managing to get a video up every day. I managed to do my bi-weekly vlogs. I'm managing to keep up with that. But I do feel the pressure of it, especially the bi-weekly vlogs, because I film on that camera and then I have to put it on the computer, and then I have to edit it, then it has to process, which takes around an hour, then it takes about 6-7 hours to upload that video to YouTube. I've got tomorrow's ready, I've not even filmed next week's. I keep forgetting to take my camera out. I went out Monday to numerous shops, I went out yesterday to a couple of shops. I'm going out now. I need to try and remember it because I don't want all my footage to be of me at home. So then next week's footage is actually finally ahead of the daily vlogs, because the daily vlogs were weeks and weeks and weeks ahead. Now the current vlog footage will be recent and slightly ahead of the daily vlogs, which is just going to confuse the hell out of every person on the planet, including myself. So if you ever wonder what video came when and when it was filmed, just scroll down the description. The date it was filmed is always in the description box. So today is the 14th of February. But tomorrow's video that you're going to see, the bi-weekly vlog, which you would have already seen by the time this is up, but the video from the 15th of February was filmed like something like the 6th of January or something like that. It's in the description box, so that's how far back that goes. But yesterday's daily video was from the middle of January, and it's middle of February. Like I'm even confused. Like I don't even know what's going on anymore. But if you ever wonder when I filmed what video, what date, if I know it, because I do say on a lot of the videos what the actual date is, especially the camera ones, because I'm always convinced it doesn't timestamp it. I always say the day and the time. Like now it's 2:45. I should have been out by like half an hour ago. So, and obviously the live videos, it'll say streamed on such and such a day. So that's how you find out when the footage is from. So this footage is going up for these 3 days, and then tomorrow's footage is going to go back a month. But I had to sort these videos in to make people aware. I'm struggling. I'm desperate to see my doctor tomorrow. I weren't meant to see her till next Monday, but when I was there last Monday, I checked when the next available appointment was. It's tomorrow. I booked it just on the off chance. I actually need it. I've needed to go for days. Like, I am struggling, and I'm so thankful and grateful for my doctor. If I didn't have her giving me the advice and help and encouragement she does, I'd be a wreck. I probably would have committed suicide by now. That is the reality of this situation. I don't want to come on here and tell people I'm suicidal, but that is how I've been a lot recently. And if it wasn't for my doctor being amazing and me finally trusting her, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here, and she knows that. And how am I ever going to thank her for what she's done? I'd never know, because she goes beyond and beyond. I don't even deserve it. And I've said that in a lot of videos that are coming up, that obviously I've jumped ahead. So thank my doctor that I'm here, or be pissed off with her that I'm here, because there's some people that probably don't want me here, but I am. So if it worked for her and her constant help, like she told me to leave that job for months. She knew what was going on. She knew how it was affecting me. She kept telling me. I eventually listened, because I got to my limit and I was like, I can't do it anymore, and I left. But she had been telling me for months. I don't like letting people down, so I was putting other people above my mental health, and I promised myself I wouldn't do that. And I'm away from there and I have less stress, but I'm more down than I've ever been, and I'm really, really struggling. But I just wanted to make people aware. If I come on here and I'm acting hyper and like nothing's bothering me, it's because I don't want to drag the world down. I don't want everyone to know what is in there. I struggle with even acknowledging the stuff in there. It's a long process for me. It is a really long process, and it's took me a long time to admit there's like the stuff I need to talk about. Whether or not I talk about it is another thing. I just, I don't even know how I feel anymore, but I had to interject these 3 videos, so please watch the previous 2. And tomorrow will be a bi-weekly vlog, and then Tuesday you'll be going backwards a month, but that's the only way I could do this. But I just wanted to let everyone know I'm not okay. I put on an act. In some of the videos I do tell you I'm not okay. I feel worse than I've ever felt. I don't know how to deal with how I feel. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to help others. I'm trying to make people aware on here that this is the case, even though I do come on and act okay. I sometimes do it for escapism and to have that 10 minutes where everything's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay, and it's okay not to be okay as well. So I'm going to go because this is longer than 10 minutes, and I hope everyone's doing better than me.